Good morning, guys. Good morning. This camera off. Man, it's still like a waxing or waning moon. We missed the full moon that happened 2 days ago. Too much into rituals, like, doing all that stuff. I'm more in my head about stuff. I do most of my things mentally. I like some people need to do all that like external ritual thing, like, oh, it's a full moon, go get some water, it'll be charged up and drink it, and then, it's like, but I'm more like in my own head about stuff, I like to like focus on my own mind, But yeah, it still looks like it's still a full moon. I think it's like at 98% or whatever, or something like that. You all right back there? I said you. Gee, you fumbling around, rumbling. Early in the morning, taking kids to school at 7 o'clock, tutoring. Let me put my seatbelt on. Yes. What else been going on in the news lately? Have a good day. I will. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Yeah, taking the kids to school. I don't know. All that stuff I did like a whole like 7-hour tribute to Baba Yashabaya. I'm not sure if you guys got to see some of the videos I did for him, but I did a whole long behind tribute to him because he passed away. Why did YouTube flag the video? Now the video, it was based on videos that I already have on YouTube. I just replayed them. YouTube flags, gives me a warning, says that it's misinformation. That's how I know I got like people just kind of like that's hating me in this thing, but it's okay because I got, I have a whole new channel we're about to launch coming up. I'm gonna be doing a collaboration. I'm not gonna say who with because I'm not gonna jinx it, but I do have something coming up. I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly, and it's gonna be really cool. It's not gonna be on this channel. I'm gonna start it off on this channel, start the initial interview, so that we could and then I'm gonna have everybody kind of like start going over to that channel. Because I think I need a fresh start. I've done a whole lot of stuff on this channel, and it's a lot of different subjects. A lot of different interviews, a lot of different things I've done. From politics to religion to cults. There's so many different subjects. I might still keep this channel to do live stream from, but I'm gonna like create another channel to really do some live content, like interviewing people in the like live, like a show. Because I think that people they might see what I'm doing here and think that that's all I can do is one trick pony, live stream, whatever, Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Dang, I just got an IG. So people might think I'm only good at just, doing live streams and kind of like just joining panels and kind of doing like that live stream thing. But I'm about to take my whole thing to the next level and start doing more like production level content because I'm capable of doing that. I just haven't been doing it. I had to get over a depression. I think, going through, perimenopause has been the hardest thing. Because sometimes I just don't even want to get out of bed. It's so much, I can't describe, what I'm saying? Sometimes how I feel it, like waking up and the motivation it takes to even just do stuff. Like just forgetting every 5 seconds what you're doing. Like you be doing something, forget, talking about things, forget what you're talking about. Just crazy. You feel like you're losing your fucking mind. And I know I probably should. I know it's probably based on some kind of a deficiency of hormones or something like that. But I'm just terrible at, I'm already bad at taking like medicine and stuff like that, and so now I have a deficiency. It has to be like a pill or something that's that I don't have to do every single day, because I'm not gonna do it. Like if I have to fucking take some shit every day, it's not gonna get done. So that's the only thing. I don't even take my blood pressure medication every day. Like I'm like, I don't feel like taking that shit every day. Like it is sitting right next to my bed. That's how bad it is. Like when it comes to like daily routine, I don't do the same thing every single day. I'm always doing. One day is going to be completely different from the next, So any kind of routine where it takes me to repetitively do every single day, except for a job, if I got to work a job, I'll probably be able to just do that every day. But as far as like, hey, what's up? Hey, big homie CC, DEHA, and put in a bottle of water. Yeah, I gotta do something. I don't know, because I feel so depleted. I don't know what it is. I know I'm down on copper, but yeah. So lately I did the whole thing with Baba Yashabaya, and he was talking about Trump and the stuff about him being a federalist and this, that, the other on the video I did, Baba Yashabaya. So I did like a RIP, and I like did 7 hours, just dedicated to him. Because for him to be 80 years old and spend that time on my channel and breaking down Ifa, breaking down the Bible, breaking down Trump, the whole thing with he was dropping some gems. So even though they took that video down, go and watch Unseen Government that I did, but with Baba Yashabaya on my channel, because when I tried to do the marathon, they took it down. I gotta find. I'm gonna also start doing. I'm a software engineer by trade. I might just end up having to just bring stuff over to my own platform, because YouTube is getting weird. I heard that TikTok is now owned by the Jews. Netanyahu. I said the wrong word. Netanyahu now owns TikTok. I heard. I don't know if that's true. Don't get me for misinformation. But someone told me that Netanyahu is now owning TikTok, which is crazy, because I heard that people start talking about certain stuff on TikTok and gets taken down immediately, lickety split. So China don't own TikTok no longer, y'all. It's owned by, I think, Israel. So watch out what you put up on there, And pretty soon, I'm sure they're going to be trying to find a way to tax people on whatever the hell they're selling on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So watch out, y'all. Like, I think that TikTok, don't take my word, look it up. Someone told me. I didn't do the research on it. I'm going to do some more research on it and do a show about it later on, because I think that that's an interesting subject. And and for some reason it seems like it's all tied into this Charlie Kirk thing. I don't know, like this it seemed like this TikTok, Israel, Charlie Kirk, Trump. It seems to be all connected in some strange way. I'm like, what the heck is going on? What is happening? And since when am I like looking at Candace Owens like, well, she might be right. Candace Owens might have been right. But the whole thing is like, so now you got Nick Fuentes with his Groyper movement, and now he's trying to take over Charlie Kirk's space. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, no. I don't know who was worse, Charlie Kirk or Nick Fuentes. At least Charlie Kirk tried to have some decorum about himself. Nick Fuentes is just a straight up asshole, So, I think that they did traded one beast for another one, and now it's the Christian, white Christian nationalist movement, and I don't know if that's any better than the MAGA. Which one is worse, MAGA or white Christian nationalists? Which one do y'all want? I don't know. I don't think that that's a good option. Like a good switch. So that's crazy. That's like a lot of stuff. Like that's weird. That whole thing that's going on is strange. Like that. Since when are these people even somebody to even look at. Myron Gaines is, he's still out here doing his nonsense. And but the whole attack seems to be between about the black conservatives. Like, for some reason they are. I think they're gonna all have to like just like chill, because like now the Democrats own the I guess the government now, or the Senate and the House or whatever. I think they've been like by a landslide. Yeah, I see like people are up in here saying wild stuff. Once again, I do have some stalkers, y'all. I did realize I do have some stalkers that are robo in my channel, and they're also attacking me on you, like going to YouTube. That's why I have to create a whole new channel, because I'm getting like, this channel is getting like just attacked, so I have to go start all over again. It's because I did so much stuff about Trump and this, that, the other, and all the crazy shit that he was doing, that people start, and it's really like a few people. It's not even a whole lot of people, but just but you get like 2 or 3 weirdos, and then they start fucking with your channel. They start reporting your videos and getting you flagged, and it's like, and I've been doing pretty good not to have that happen so far, but I think people just don't want to hear the truth. It's like people they're almost begging for their right to free speech to be taken away. It's so crazy how human beings, the more freedom you get, the more they beg to be confined. It's the craziest thing ever. Like, the more rights that they have, like the smallest thing happens, they beg for their rights to be taken away. And it's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't understand it. They're begging for they like, we shouldn't be able to say this. You shouldn't be able to say that, and then they start reporting to YouTube, and next thing you know, and now it's not even going to be controlled by humans anymore. You're going to have machines controlling what you say, and it's going to be like Big Brother, And I'm not fear mongering. I'm just trying to tell you people is that be careful reporting on stuff and being so outraged and wanting to be a fucking tattletale to YouTube and all these different platforms because someone said something you don't like. Because pretty soon your freedom of speech can be taken and you could be shut off just like anybody else. If you don't like something, why fucking watch it and then complain about it? I don't understand the thought behind that. Oh, I don't like what you're saying. I'm gonna tell YouTube I don't like it. You shouldn't be able to say that. So we're not humans just on this earth. Like, we should not have freedom to be able to speak freely about what we feel or think. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you for that, because people are crazy, bro. Yeah, they're starting to report my report. I did this a dedication to Baba Yashabaya. He was a sweet soul. 80 something years old, and took the time out to sit down with me. Just, go over everything that he experienced in the civil rights era, and working, all the backdoor stuff that we didn't even know about, like who came to see Jesse Jackson when he was running for president, like that they, stuff like, he's running for president. They're having their meeting at his presidential headquarters. He gets a visit, and this guy's there to see it, Baba Yashabaya, and so I'm gonna still try to play his videos. Because I do want to dedicate, like, I just want to replay some of his stuff and talk about some of the things. I want to dedicate some time to him this week. I don't know if YouTube is. I'm not gonna like stop promoting and showcasing Baba, because YouTube is being a jerk. His library of knowledge. He had over 1,500 books, you guys, in his library, sitting behind him. Like, and I'm sad because I was going to go visit him. I was just trying to wait for my check to come. I was going to go down to Tallulah. I never got to go visit him. I'm so sad, you guys. But what we're going to do is we're still going to honor his memory. I spoke to Zion Warchild and Queen, and we're gonna do a dedication to him on YouTube and discuss like him and how. Because I mean, he put his phone number whenever he would do my show. He put his actual phone number. You could actually talk to him directly. You know, he wasn't hiding. You know, and I did tell his wife that I do plan on trying to continue some of the things that he was working on. He was actually fighting with the city of with the Mesquite government about the water situation because those AI plants are taking over the water in that area, and he was fighting that. He was about to run for council and government because he's trying to save the water in those areas. You have these tech giants that are trying to further and push AI, and they don't care about the human beings that are living in that area. So they don't care that if they take their water supply and give it to fucking AI. I don't really understand why AI and human beings. Why we want to be advanced in technology, but we don't even have a grid. The grid is barely even keeping the electric on just for regular people. Oh, so we're gonna open up the nuclear power. So why couldn't we have nuclear power in general? Why are we on this weak ass grid if we could have been using nuclear power the whole time? But no, AI. Now there's a reason. What are we doing? I don't understand this government. I don't understand. And now, they've cut off all the programs. All the different programs that they had. Some of the programs needed to be cut. Some of that shit they were doing. I know that there were some wasteful programs. Some certain uh, space programs. I believe is bullshit. But all that money that they're wasting, but they'd rather keep those programs and then take away the programs about taking care of humans. So that's telling you that these people that we put a person is in office right now that is a business owner, and business don't care about human beings. Business life is not important to a business. That's what people need to understand. And as long as we keep voting in these type of business people, we're going to be fucked because they are going to do things according to because they're just like robots at the top of those companies themselves. Think about what it takes to be a president of a company. You can't think about human life. You're thinking about the product of it all. How much money is being generated. Human life is not even a factor. You understand? And then you're gonna hire a corporate kind of CEO type of president even though America is a corporation and we are employees. So here's the thing: do we need to change how we're looking at this and start to operate as employees of a corporation instead of like citizens of a country? Maybe that's our mistake, right? Mistake is that we are not acting like corporate citizens. We're not acting like we're working for a company. Like this whole existence of this whole thing is business, not living. You understand? Maybe if we change our mind into a business mindset, then we'll be more able to like operate within the structure, and then we won't even actually be a victim of it. All of us need to have a EIN number. We need to be funneling our money through a corporation. We need to save our Social Security and only do business. You need to have a business account. Don't put anything into a personal account. Do everything business. Take your name and incorporate it. Put your name. If this is how this whole country is going to be running like a business, then you need to run yourself as a business. We need to stop being victims of a business. We need to start operating as a corporation. And when you operate in your mind as a corporation that's running underneath another as a main umbrella corporation, then you run everything differently. Everything should be a tax write-off, right? Why are we paying into a system? most of these corporations, what are they doing? They're trying not to pay taxes. They're billionaire companies or whatever, and they ain't trying to pay shit in taxes. But we pay our taxes like W-2. No, we need to cut out W-2. 1099. I'll pay my own taxes. I don't need you to take my money out of my thing. No corporation is going to allow you to just take their taxes out. They find ways to write everything off. What is this? Favorite type of cake. What is this? It's asking me to do a QA. Honey, I don't eat, honey. I'm about to go in here and drink some water, though. That's what I do. Actually, I'm at Quick Trip right now. Why are you trying to be funny? I'm at Quick Trip. If you look right here, boom, I'm at Quick Trip, and I'm about to go in here and grab me a big old thing of ice. Cause I am low in iron, guys. Anyone who knows me, what do I do? My daily routine is to grab a big Route 44 huge tub of ice and chew and eat and drink water and ice. So go ahead. So I'm not gonna do the vegetable because I don't eat in the morning. I don't eat. I don't probably eat until like the evening dinner. I eat once a day. Sorry guys. Get my ice. Hey, it's not water, it's just ice. Anyways, yes, I got my ice. Uh-oh. That has got to be a bad habit. It seems like ice or I don't drink coffee, so this is my thing. Water, ice. Actually, I love eating ice. All right, so yeah. Anyways, yeah. USA is my home. He likes to. That's Reverend Greenback with his different accounts fucking with me. And I'm gonna say something. People like to. I don't understand how childish people want to be about like, talking about somebody's weight. I don't understand why people get so obsessed about that. That's the weirdest thing. Like, why does a person's weight, and you haven't even seen me in person, you don't know anything about my life or what, but it really bends people out of shape about somebody's weight. Honey, they had like when Lizzo was out and she was overweight, honey, people were really, just had so much to say, I'm like, bro, mind your business. Are you healthy, sir? Half these people that be talking about my weight haven't been to the doctor in fucking centuries. Okay, when the last time you been to the doctor? Because honey, I goes to the doctor on a regular basis to make sure I'm healthy. I have asthma. I've had asthma since I was 6 years old. So my breathing has nothing to do with my weight. I've had trouble breathing because I was a premature baby. So that's why I'm always winded, I remember I tried to run track when I was in high school and I forgot I had asthma. And honey, man, I tried to do the 300 hurdle. Man, I don't even know why I was trying to run track, child. I could barely make it down the damn thing without my chest tightening up. Damn near about to pass out and have an asthma attack. You know what I'm saying? But my Orisha, in Ifa, like in Orisha, is Oya, and what does Oya deal with is the lungs. So it's interesting that, I've always had issues with breathing, since I was a kid. That's why. So they'll be like, she's because she's fat. No, it's because honey, my lungs, because I was not always overweight. A lot of this weight came from child pregnancy and my hormones being all jacked up from having kids. I don't know, because I probably would have had about 6 kids, but I didn't birth all of them didn't come through. Only 3 of them. Well, three came through. The other ones didn't make it. But yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? Trump. And so I think, so what I'm gonna do is later on today, I'm gonna put together a show kind of discussing the whole TikTok situation. What else am I gonna be talking about? Yeah, like, I don't know, like what else I'm gonna talk about? I'm gonna do some more tributes to Baba Yashabaya and his information that he gave. We got some really cool stuff coming up. Said I'm going, like I said, there's so many different subjects on my channel that YouTube just doesn't dare to put me algorithmic wise, So I'm gonna like kind of give the channel a rest. Like it's starting in like 20th, around 20th of November. We're gonna like kind of like start a whole new go to a whole new channel, and like I said, it's gonna be more curated content, not so kind of how like I've been doing stuff lately. Me is more like streaming and doing live streams and like kind of more like grassrootsy type of stuff, like just more stream. No, this stuff's gonna be more videos, production, editing and all that stuff, because I haven't. People will think, well, a person's not talented, honey. I play 5 instruments. I write music. I've DJ'd. I've done all types of different stuff. I've been all around the world. With my talent. So no one can tell me I don't have any talent. But my biggest talent is putting things together. Is creating. Is producing. Because when I went into music, I went into production. I didn't go into. I could have been like an artist on the stage, but I figured out early in the best part of anything is the production side of it. As far as even like getting the money, if you want to, what I'm saying, it's better to be in the background to be on the stage, samboing. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be in the background creating the show. Putting it together. So that's going to be, I'm going to go more into a production role, creating and curating content versus being on I'll still come here and do stuff, but we're going to see this new platform I'm going to put together is going to be really heavy production level content. So watch out for it. You'll hear about it. It's going to be starting in November 22nd. Well, the Monday, not that Saturday, but that Monday is going to be the first show. So, what else do we have going on? I have been. I'm just now like finding out about the whole Democrats kind of taking over the House, and how people are kind of losing their minds about that, and everybody's mad. The MAGAs and the Groypers and all the Christian nationalists, they're all starting to infight with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still trying to figure out if I need to take my ass to another country or not. This guy, he's still in the chat saying weird stuff. That's how you know a person got a mental problem. You can tell when a person has a mental problem when you warn them not to do something and they just can't help themselves. They still do it anyway, because people with mental problems, they also don't like to be told that what to do. They have an issue with authority. And so this person is on my thing talking mad shit, and then people tell him chill out, bro. And being antagonistic, you know, who gets up first thing in the morning with all that bullshit, you know? Anyways, that made me lose my train of thought. Anyways, so I'm gonna be probably doing a show in the next couple maybe a couple hours, because I'm gonna try to compile the information of what's going on. I've already been compiling stuff, but compile some things, and then probably around maybe 8:30, maybe 8:30 or 9, I'm gonna put together another show, kind of going over what's new in politics and things like that. So that's gonna be the next step. What's gonna come up next. Now, I'm sorry, y'all. Gotta eat my little ice. I don't know what. It's a weird thing. First thing in the morning to want to drink that ice like that. That's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. My brain just went blank. You know, that's the thing. It's I gotta get some vitamins in my system. I be having what I want to talk about, but then it just be leaving my damn mind. Oh yeah, so Christian Rock and Blueface, you know, he's gotten out of jail, and I know they're gonna be talking about he's a clone coming up next, because he does not look anything like himself. I'm like, what is going on? Blueface looks completely different. I'm like, what in the hell? Like, what's up with his cheek? It like did he get punched in his cheek? Who puts that many tattoos all over their face? You know, let me tell you something. There's something to tattoo all your face. Tattoos already, I believe, are a symbol of a person, like some kind of trauma. I think people that have a lot of tattoos and stuff, because that's it's painful. So who would keep going back and be addicted to feeling like that kind of slow, drawn out pain of getting a tattoo? That's a, you know, mental thing right there. You get one, and then you start thinking, yeah, I want to get another one, another one, another one. And so you run out of places on your body to put the tattoo at. So now you end up putting tattoos all over your face. And that's got to be, because I know that face tattoo has got to be even more painful of all places. Anything happening over in this area right here, earaches hurt, any toothaches hurt, tattoo on face, got to hurt. And then you did it in prison, so you know that they not sanitizing. I don't know, maybe because this thing right here looks swollen, whatever this. And then it's a tattoo of the Major League Baseball symbol, logo. What? Who? Have you seen it? It makes it like something happened. I don't know if this one got broken out or what, broke out or infected, but this one over here looks like it's something wrong. And honey, I saw Christian, honey, serving him. Honey, she seemed like she was doing more for him than she was doing for the little baby, Junior. But I don't really like to get into that, question people's motherhood. But I'm more like this relationship, because it's what? and he kind of cut into his own mom. His mom was, I think that it's really telling how he talks and deals with his own mother. He has some issues with his mom. There's some kind of trauma going on with his mother, which probably would explain why he has tattooed his entire face. And I think it's in direct, what is it called? I think he's doing that to defy his mother. Because his mom said, the first thing she said is, tattooing all over your face and body, she's against tattoos. So it's interesting that, because even when his mom was saying this and that about Christian, he'll cut into her about Krishan more than he will be on her side. And she kind of was like, it's weird. It's I don't know. There's something going on between their relationship is severed. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Blueface and Carlissa, his mother's relationship. There's a something going on with that because no man is gonna to publicly kind of disrespect his mother over a woman. You know, there got to be some level. And then she's pretty much the one that's having his back. Even when she was crying and he was home, he wasn't really like, "Mom," you know. But let me tell you something. People need to understand. Don't disrespect your mama because out of all the people, when your ass is in jail, that be the one that'll be there making sure and be and visiting and everything. Y'all love your moms. Y'all care about your moms because mom will be there when you're in jail. These women that you got, honey, they get another boyfriend and will forget that your ass is in there. You know what I'm saying? And then the boyfriend might tell her to stop going visiting you in jail. And next thing you know, now you by yourself. But mom is going to be there while you in jail, prison, whatever. So now that he done got out, he kind of cutting into his own mom. And it might be because he know that he about to probably do a show with Krishan and it's really about getting some money, you know? It might be a whole opportunistic situation. Hell, the whole thing might be a show because I think Carlissa has a show too, doesn't she? That's the thing about you never even know whether you're watching real performing, like real people, or if the whole thing is a performance for online, you know? But I think it's interesting how he is kind of like cutting into his mom over Krishan. And I'm wondering if he's gonna get all them stupid ass looking tattoos off his face. Their whole entire relationship is toxic. You know, I'm wondering how much of it is just toxic or how much of it is contrived for the money, you know, for the show of it all, you know. I'm really starting to really question a lot of the social media stuff because it seems like there's everything is like a storyline. First thing he does when he gets out of jail is he begins to live stream, you know. So it's like everything is just, and then California, I think that California, the whole thing about Cali is like a show, you know, everything, people that are born there, that whole thing is the whole industry in California is show business, right? I mean, other than if you're like into like, you know, natural stuff like, you know, growing oranges or wineries, but what else, what other major industry is there in California except for like now that the internet and tech is gone, you have the Silicon Valley area, but like in the area that I think Blueface grew up in, LA and that stuff, that whole thing is nothing but show business. You know that like think about if you grow up in an area and that's what that area is do you're pretty like New York. New York is music and entertainment. So when you go to school, everything around the whole heartbeat of New York is entertainment. Detroit was the auto industry making cars, so everything around it was had that kind of energy to it. So you even when you go to school, the whole objective is to feed the industry that you're in. So like Blueface and Christian's relationship is nothing but a Hollywood bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even their arguments and stuff like that. You know, it's and I'm sure that you know whatever drugs that people are all into and stuff like that. I think that that's the thing. I think it's sad that the young boy came out with a mental or whatever incapacity. I did not realize that Chris John was getting that fucked up. Honey, because I had a kid when I was like, what, 45 years old, and that baby did not. It came out. The only thing that was wrong, whenever they started giving my baby some donor's breast milk, and then he ended up getting necrotizing, you know, enterocolitis. But how, you know, that's crazy to be a young kid and have a baby come out like that. That means you drinking real heavy. Because I know a 40-something-year-old woman who she was drinking nothing but just rot good. I'm just drinking every single day, and that baby came out fine. So to me, that's crazy. Like, what was she doing? Hell, remember when the crack babies was coming out? Remember when crack was out? Wasn't there crack babies coming out and stuff like that? Honey, man, that was crazy. I mean, now I'm just thinking of what was she doing? Was she drinking like hit hard every day, or was she? Because I mean, this can't be. Oh, you drank a few times. She had to be getting fucked up the whole pregnancy for that baby to come out with all that going on. You know. But I think we're gonna see. I'm gonna see if Blueface is actually takes on the role of a father. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Every once in a while, I gotta have my one kind of ghetto, like hood. I used to watch Love and Hip Hop and all that stuff like that. But I had to cut out watching that BS, because it really doesn't. It's not conducive to watch that type of stuff. So I had to cut that out. I was watching Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret. You know what I'm saying? And all it is just a waste of time. Just watching people fight every 5 minutes and stuff like that. And I don't know what's that's about. Why would you want to watch people fighting on TV? Is it some internal aggression that you need to unleash? You know what I'm saying? Go to the gym, bro. Go walk or do something. Instead of watching people fight. That's because I think is that when you're watching other people's fight, your brain can't tell whether you're fighting or they're fighting. Your brain is processing it as if it's happening to you. And let me tell you, have you ever like watched a person like like they have these skateboarding videos and they fall and you feel it in your body? Have you ever had that happen? I've had that happen. That tells me that if for that moment, watching that situation and watching that person fall, and then I feel the impact in my body, tells me that I probably for that moment traumatized myself. Think about it. Because I mean, there's maybe it's just me, but there's times if I see somebody. I mean, and I know it happens to other people because when you see that happen, people be like, "Ooh," right? Somebody will fall and like they hurt themselves, and the people watching it will tense. They can feel it within their own body. There's something to that. There's something to the fact that you can watch something and feel the impact of somebody else. So what are we watching, and how is it affecting our mind and our psyche? So we have to be very careful about the things that we watch, the energy that's going out. Like and when people say there's certain things about fear mongering, it's a one thing to watch things that create awareness. If it turns around and creates a solution for the awareness, so that's another reason why I'm switching up the content I'm doing, because it's one thing to talk about all the bullshit that Trump is doing. Well, they're doing it, so even so I would have a problem. Okay, I don't like the fact that ICE is attacking immigrants this way, because all I feel is they're going to turn around and attack us the same way, and we're finding out now that that's what they're trying to do, right? Remember I said that's what they were going to do, right? And so I was trying to create awareness, and people say, "Oh, you're fear mongering." It is like people don't want to know the truth. People want to just live in complete utter. They want to. What does it say? A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. People do not want to be. They want to fight the truth. As much as we're telling people, hey, listen, this ICE thing is just the beginning. It's going to start off with them attacking immigrants, and then it's going to move to regular citizens, no matter what. How many times I said it, guess what? And now New York, didn't they have a whole situation where people in New York are like, are robbing and doing this? And so they're making that a whole big thing online. And who are they using to fight that? ICE, Homeland Security officers in New York, fighting against whatever the crime is. And I'm trying to figure out, like, and I don't know how much of these videos of people running through grocery stores and grabbing stuff is real or AI. That's another thing. So now that AI is coming into play, you're seeing more videos that you don't even know if it's real or not. And then they're going to be able to use that to create a narrative that, oh, there's a whole lot of crime now. That all of a sudden now people are going to New York and stealing all this groceries out of the grocery store and stealing $1,000 of groceries. I'm not sure if you've seen this story. They're supposedly stealing $1,000 of groceries out the grocery store, hitting. And I'm like, bro, I think people have been doing that for stealing stuff, snatching grabs for like years. For that is nothing new. But now they make a sensationalized movie, a thingy out of it, and now it's like that you're gonna think that all of a sudden this is happening, and then that gives them the reason to send ICE and sick ICE on people. And now ICE becomes a completely different police force than just immigration. Now they're Homeland Security. And I knew that they were going to start that stuff. I knew they were going to watch. I bet you they're going to switch the name. It's not just going to be, they're going to end up merging ICE and that whole law enforcement of ICE and just Homeland Security officer as one agency. And it's just going to be in general being able to police America. That's what's going to happen. And that's what I've been saying was going to happen. But nobody want to listen to me. Everybody want to say that I'm fear-mongering. But it's like I can see the shit happening. It's obvious that's what the next step is. Because why do they need ICE when they have the police? Why would ICE need to encroach into the state where the police are already there? The sheriffs. Why can't the police get the immigrants and then bring them to ICE? Why does ICE need to be? You got ICE, the National Guard. I'm not sure if the National Guard is still like being deployed out like they're like we're in trying to create civil unrest. And see, so now Trump, while all this is going on and all this craziness is going on, for some reason Trump is trying to fuck with Nigeria. Come on now. Blocked Nigerians from coming into America. Blocked. Remember, there was a whole block. No, Nigerians can't come to America, right? But now all of a sudden he's worried about Christianity in Nigeria. Oh, if you guys don't stop messing with those Nigerians, we're gonna come over there, guns a-blazing. Like what? Since when is Trump worried about Christianity in Nigeria? He been trying. At first it was the farmers in South Africa. Now all of a sudden it's how do we as a country tell another country and try to tell them you better get it in gear or we're going to send our troops over there. Baba talked about the fact that that America is the military arm of the United Nations. They're the muscle. But YouTube wants to take my video down for misinformation. But everything's pointing to it, you know? Everything that's going on is pointing to what he was saying, you know? What else? I'm going to keep my eye on this whole Nigeria thing, because what the heck is going on with that? But it makes a lot of sense where it seemed like there was a big discouragement trying to stop African Americans. You know, this whole FBA thing, right? Oh, we need to delineate, right? We need to delineate ourselves, right? Then suddenly Trump starts threatening attacks on Nigeria. It's interesting. Because I think that there's some kind of something going on with that FBA thing that just It just is happening at a very interesting political time in a very interesting political climate. You know, we now we're having like a nationalistic mindset, foundational Black American. Why would we name ourselves after a colonizer, Amerigo Vespucci? Are we going foundational Black Moorish or Amorica? Like they said it was like Moor. Well, are we that or American? Amerigo Vespucci Amero. Like what's that last word? I got foundational Black. I can say okay. Black is kind of iffy. Foundational maybe. But American, I'm like, that's that's still colonized. Gerrymandering Prop 50. So is that good or bad? Is Prop 50 good or bad? Does that allow them to like not have to vote for stuff if they don't want to? Oh, it's bad. So they're gonna be able to cut to block stuff or block rules coming out. I'm gonna look that up and talk about that too. Prop 50. Oh, okay. Well, I heard that it's the Democrats are running it right now, right? So all the whole I heard that all of New York and everything is all like is now it's all around. But man, people are going crazy about the New York elections. Um, they said that guy's like a communist or something like that. The person, and now oh man, they were going crazy over that election. Oh, now it's what all the rich. They said 700,000 rich people are leaving New York and going to come down to Texas. I'm like, oh God, please go to Houston. Don't come to Dallas. 700,000 rich tycoon. They about to leave from out of New York and come down to Texas because that guy got elected, the Indian guy. Eat at the same table. Yeah, they do it. They said two wings of the same bird, so I don't even know. But yeah, so they're saying that hey, how's it going, neighbor? Yeah, I'm good. Good day. Yeah, they're saying that that 700,000 uh, rich people are going to take their money. Then they're saying, so what's going to happen to New York, right? This is what this one dude said. He was like, and I don't know whether he's a Republican, but I think he's like, so New York is going to be the place for criminals, because he's saying he's going to let the criminals out of jail. It's going to be the place for criminals. It's going to be a place for illegal immigrants, and a lot of Muslims are going to move to New York now. I'm like, that's crazy to think that. I mean, did they have a meeting? How they listen? How did they know that 700,000 rich people are gonna leave New York? I don't even understand that story. This is like literally a story. Look it up. It says 700,000 rich. This is how you know the media is manipulative. Was there a census? Did they take a poll? How did they know that 700,000 rich people, unless the news is pumping that information and giving them a cue to leave New York? Like 700,000 rich people in New York said that they're leaving New York. because this guy is going to get elected. Based on what? Like, who? How did they do a poll or Q&A after a questionnaire after they had the ballot? How did they know this? It wasn't on mainstream media. It was actually on the. It was like I was reading it. You know what I'm saying? I was read because sometimes I will read like different articles and stuff to keep up on what's going on so I can talk about it here. And yeah, there was an article saying that. I think it was on USA Today. I'm like, based on what? 700,000? Like, where do they be getting these numbers from? You know what I'm saying? 700,000 people are gonna leave New York, honey. From based on who said that? How'd you get? Who was there a poll taken? And how did you get all 700,000 of these people's addresses of rich people? And how you know they all gonna move to Texas? What in the hell? Like, what is, man? So that means our property about to go up. If they come down here, they're gonna raise the property value, make everything more expensive. It was bad enough when the Californians came here with the raising up the damn price of everything. Because California, when they came, honey, everything skyrocketed. All these California people came to Texas and everything skyrocketed. The price of everything, the price of tea in China skyrocketed. Everything under the sun went up in price. Honey, and then the Californians had so much money that they was paying like triple the down payment just to get the house. Man, it was crazy trying to get a house. Them people were coming in. They were like, listen, I'll pay 3 times the down payment. Cause like to get the same size house in California, it's like to get the size of my house. You know what I'm saying? In California, it'd probably be a couple million, like several $1 million. It's not that much as much here. You know what I'm saying? Because I think of what like a 3,700 square foot house in California. You're talking about at least like $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't $1 million for me. You know. They make it worse. It's a cesspool. So I think that's what they're saying is going to happen in New York. It's about to turn the same way in New York. And then everybody's going to head down here and make it more expensive down here. And then we're going to like leave here and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Maybe go to Mexico. I don't know. No, I'm not going to go to Mexico. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. Man, you know, another crazy thing, speaking of Mexico, have you seen how the people, they are starting to if you're like within 100 miles of the border, they have checkpoints. And people are given these Homeland Security checkpoints because they have these checkpoints where they're just stopping people to see if you are a legal alien. And people are giving them people the blues, child. They are sitting up there just sitting. This one lady said, "I got all day." I'm gonna show that too. It's so much wild stuff going on. They pulling people over. They like, man, why are you pulling me over? Some people are not even answering. I'm not answering your questions. I mean, so eventually what they're going to end up doing is trying to create a law to make it so that, you have to answer the Homeland Security officers' questions, or you're going to go to jail. Yeah, they're creating, if you live within 100 miles of a border, then they have a checkpoint and they can ask if you're an American citizen. So that's some new shit, right, that they came up with. And so people are like, no, they're not. There's some people that are like complaining against it, and like this one lady was like, I got time today. I'm gonna sit here And she just sat there for like an hour, just not giving them her ID. And she was an American citizen, a teacher, but they detained her for over an hour just trying to see whether she was an American citizen or not. So that's another thing that we got to worry about. Let me go here and get Aura. What did I say? I'm back in the morning waiting on Aura. You know how every morning I had to be waiting on Aura. I'm back here waiting on Aura again. Hold on. I spent all my time waiting on Aura. Okay, Aura. I got this long behind dress on, about to fall and bust my dang on head. I gotta hold the dress up because it's too long. This dress is for tall people. Aura! Aura! You ready? Come on, I'm in the car. Aura is 18 years old, guys. Ain't that crazy? Man, when I first started this show, I think Aura was like a freshman in high school. She's 18 now. She's about to graduate. Right, we're too short, right? Honey, about to trip and fall. I'm holding like I'm in like ancient 18th century England, holding my dress up. Yep, Aura she's gonna be graduating this year, guys. And man, I was so not ready for like, now that she's 18, all her stuff goes into her name, so I gotta get her own everything, she gotta get her ID. She got, because I'm so used to taking care of, her being my kid. That's the part, man. People don't get you ready for when the kids turn 18. That's a whole new experience. It's like, you have to figure out, like, because they're still your kid. So, but now they're 18. So are you, you got like, it's a weird thing going on. Like, that's a weird. Honey, I took my kids to this thing called Bubble Universe. Well, not my kids. I got an adult. She's an adult now, huh? 18 is an adult? Oh my God. Laura's not a kid anymore. Is 18 an adult or 21? Oh my God. So there's that. So now my kids are getting older. I said she's still 8, so I still got one baby to like get through. So I got 10 more years. And so I won't feel like, because I don't think what would I do? Oh my God, what if all my kids were adult? Oh my God. Is this like oh man, the crisis that you go through when your kids finally leave the house? It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm not going to have to, like, she's going to become an adult and go to college and yes, according to the government. She's an adult. Right, she's an adult now. Yeah, because honey, she gets her benefits or whatever, her survivor's benefits for her father. And honey, she turned 18, honey, that check came, it was no longer sent to me. It got sent directly to her. And I had to give her check. Okay, well, here's your check. Normally it goes into the thing and I take care of, keep the electric on and everything, nope. Well, it's in your name now, child. So welcome to your first check. So now, everything, all her things go, it goes into her account. Oh man, you gotta put that on better than that. That headband. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this. I said she tried to make some. Throw this in the trash. Before that, that's gonna turn into bugs and stuff. Cause these kids love to put food in and leave it in his car. And I'm getting bit. I'm like, why am I getting? Because the bugs from the food then created, fruit and stuff. They'll leave some fruit in the fruit.
How to just make stuff and like not eat it?
I don't know.
Dude, this is wasted.
Yeah, that was some good cucumbers. Let me tell you, like lately, I've been on like this whole kick of like not eating any meat. But just kind of being raw, you know, only eating like raw vegetables and no like carbs and stuff like that.
Hmm?
No, that's what I've been trying to do is eat more raw vegetables and like no carbs and stuff. I did have some rice like 2 days ago, but I only ate like a little bit of the rice. I've been trying to be more healthier, you know.
I mean, carbs are like pretty good for energy, activities and stuff.
Yeah, it's good for energy, but it's also sugar. It turns into sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I think does everything turn into sugar?
I think there's like so if you're like eating like fruit or something or like probably like some sort of vegetable should be fine.
I know meat turns into sugar. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Potatoes turn into sugar.
Or do you plan on becoming back into cooking again once you, or are you gonna like just stick with the art?
The art. I might do it as like a secondary thing if that doesn't work.
Yeah, I think why did you end up not wanting to continue to do the culinary thing at your other school?
I don't know. I think literally like I think getting used to like getting the uniforms or whatever.
The color, a lot of things are very, very militant. Like culinary,
Yeah.
get really. I mean, it's like the military. They be yelling at each other. Like
Exactly.
when you're cooking, they're like the main head cook.
Behind, the knife behind, turn the time.
Yeah.
Table B, table A.
Yeah, you gotta. Yes.
Cut those things, cut it.
Yeah, it's not. They don't replace. Yeah, so but they be down there yelling at each other in the kitchen too. It's not it's a high stress job.
Right.
Especially if you end up working at like a real serious restaurant. Cause I thought that thing with that one guy that Gordon Ramsay was like that it was like he was performing until I seen actually how a restaurant kitchen thing is. They be really hollering at each other.
Right.
It's really that intense. Oh my God! What's up with that
mental
house?
breakdowns. People be crying like.
You know, I've always rode past that house. I didn't never see all that stuff over there. God, that looks trifling.
And the worst fact is like sometimes the chefs are just abusive. Like, it's not even the food. It's just the chefs just yelling at people for no reason. Or the kitchen's not well kept or something.
Right, it's not more organized, so they have to holler at each other because everything is not being able to. Yeah.
Right. So like I think the more organized and like the more stuff, more put together the chef is, like the less stress.
So have you decided what school you're gonna go to? Like what college?
I think either Dallas College or A&M.
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That's in Austin, isn't it?
I think so.
Or have you applied there yet?
Not yet.
Well, you better start working on that. You better like fill in your go talk to your counselor about how to apply or whatever. Yes, my child is going. She's on to college. She's about to be in college, you know. Isn't that something? They said congratulations.
Thank you.
Do we look alike, you guys? Wait, put your head in there. See? Wait, let me take my glasses off. Do we have the same face? We kind of do, huh? That's crazy. But yeah, so we're gonna, she's gonna be, yeah, do you need me to look up Texas A&M for you, or what? Or are you gonna do it?
Well, I forget, yeah.
You need to set up that bank account for your money so it can go into an account. Did you look anything up yet? No.
I think over the summer I did.
Did what?
Like look up stuff about bank accounts and stuff.
Right,
like,
but it's,
I was trying to do an art commission, and I don't know, the person did have some no cash app or anything.
Do you have your you know what, I'll call that thing, and I think you can have it sent directly to your cash app to go there.
I tried to look on the cash app, but it like gave me like an error because like it says my account is like sponsored or something.
Oh yeah, it's an adult. It's like a parent account. You probably have to start a whole new one. Yeah, see, everything is turned into like, you know, I gotta convert everything over from being the guardian to you being an adult. Like, I no longer sign for you anymore. That's what happened. Now you sign for your own stuff. You have to have your own bank account, your own. Everything is now based on you when you turn 18. I don't even know why this bus came this way. There's a whole bus entrance. That's why you can't get through, sir, bus.
What is that dude doing? Go over around.
That's crazy.
Every other bus going this way.
Look, now they about to be stuck because this bus done gone the wrong way.
Oh my God.
One bus, now they facing each other. Two buses facing each other. And I don't know why she need to be here waving people like we don't know to keep. Man, this whole thing is stupid how they got this laid out.
It's making it slower for everybody. For the buses, probably.
Man, they got a lady over here waving people. Look,
there's like 10,000 traffic cones they put around.
Why they need a lady to tell people go? Like,
this is the road you have to go.
We are like the whole thing, and then they got these people over here, and all they do is wave their hand and say go. It's like they hire people just to wave their hand and tell people to go ahead.
I need that job.
Just stupid.
Like, I'm on phone like, hey, don't go.
Right. Right. People driving automatically know when to go. When the coast clears, that's when you go. Two people. They got two people. They got one right here and one right there. This person, I guess he's just holding the cone. I don't know what he's there for. I don't know. It's just weird. The whole thing is just stupid. Anyways. Let me go back home before I I'm sounding like an old grandma. Like, why do these people to be doing it? What is all these stupid? What? You know what I'm saying? I'm already starting to have that sound like an old lady just complaining about stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm already sound like an old lady just mad complaining about what's going on. You know? anyways. Yeah, so what's gonna happen is I'm going to I'm gonna get myself together, put together the show for later on. Probably about, what time is it now? Like 8:19. So probably around like 10 o'clock, I'm gonna start that show, kind of going over the other stuff. Like, I'm gonna compile some of the things so you guys can see it yourself with the videos and everything like that. Do it on, so just be looking out for that. And also, if you're not getting the notifications, I don't know why. So I'm gonna start posting the shows. Like, normally when I have a show, I normally do a morning show. Whenever I do when I'm gonna be posting, and it's usually every other day because I try to give it a break. I don't try to do every single day. Some people just every day they're just doing content, and I like to take a break because after a while, it's just I don't know. I just like to take a break. But do you guys prefer to hear content every single day? I think a break is good because it allows for new news to happen. I think when you have to come up with news stories every single day, it makes you kind of end up just following the trends and saying, I don't want to just talk about what everybody else is talking about. I like to follow and find out different stuff that people don't even know about, because, or you end up just being redundant. You get to find one subject and hone in on it and just drive that thing into the mud, repetitiveness, That's why Candace Owens right now is just so hyper focused on Charlie Kirk. You gotta find, if you gotta always come with new stuff every single day, you gotta you gotta find one subject and ram that shit into the ground. Or you gotta follow what's the hottest thing in the news and just be talking about just the same thing everybody else is talking about, but your take on it, That's the only thing. So like I said, I like to give it a day so I can find stories that probably aren't being reported on, or something that's different, because I don't like to just be talking about the same stuff everybody else is talking about, Right now, the hottest thing that's going on is everybody's talking about is Nick Fuentes, Officer Tatum, and Candace Owens. That whole thing, all the black conservatives, MAGA, for some reason, is beginning to turn against them, or they're getting their Negro wake up call. That's the newest thing, and according to my algorithm, So that's the latest politics stuff. What's going on, So I'm gonna just go in here and just kind of eat my ice and drink some water and kind of soak, take a bath because my bones hurt. For some reason, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I normally take a bath first thing, but I took a bath last night, so I didn't take one first thing at 5, but I'm gonna take one before I go online at 10, and then kind of grab the content, what I'm gonna talk about, and go from there, guys. I'm about to be home, so thank you guys for checking me out. Much love. We're reaching on the hour. I don't like to do these things for too long. The only one I'll do the other ones for a little bit longer, because maybe 2 hours, because I'm trying to talk and play videos at the same time, and sometimes people might join or whatever. So we're gonna have an open panel at 10 to discuss some of what's going. Be ready to cam up if you guys are gonna join the panel, because there's so much weird stuff, so many weird people that I just need to make sure that people aren't, aren't wacko. So, all right, I made it back into my house. Much love, guys. Thank you, Jackie, for my favorite mod in the world. And thanks for everything. Have a great day. Peace.